is this time of the year. It's the time of the year where everyone is like, oh, I actually need my TOEFL next week. I actually need it ASAP because I'm applying for this job or I'm applying to this university and I need proof of my English. Welcome to linguamarina. This channel is all about making language learning faster, easier, and a lot more fun. And today we're talking about your favorite English language test called the TOEFL test. 3 days is enough time to make meaningful progress if you focus on the right things. So I decided to prepare a roadmap for you to prepare for the TOEFL test. So if you're pressed for time, watch this video and I'll share this plan with you. Before we continue, let me know, when is your test day? When is your big day? It's interesting to see how much time you actually have. I'm looking forward to reading your comments. So let's talk about day number 1. And this is when you get familiar with the test and you strategize. The goal is to understand the structure of the TOEFL test and focus on your weakest areas. Very important. TOEFL has been updated several times. So in this video, I'm talking about the latest TOEFL, but it still has 4 sections: reading, listening, speaking, and writing. And each section has specific tasks to test your English proficiency in a variety of ways. They're going to test you from all the sides. I will walk you through the test structure, but we also have a separate video that you can watch. It gets into more details of the test format. But basically, when it comes to reading, you'll read 2 passages and answer 10 questions after each. What you need to practice for this section is practice skimming to identify important information quickly. Also, don't focus on the words that you don't know. Instead, try to get the main idea of what's written. Okay, the next part is listening. It includes lectures and conversations. You listen to them first, and then you'll answer questions about the speaker's attitude, purpose, and key points. Taking detailed notes is crucial in this section because you won't be able to play the recordings twice. If note-taking is your weak point, join our course and we'll analyze a few lectures and conversations together and show you how to take notes. Speaking. You'll answer 4 questions, including both independent and integrated tasks. Be sure to provide structured answers with clear examples. Don't rush and stay natural. Humming and taking pauses to think is just fine. It's okay. Imagine you're speaking to a friend. And then writing. This section has 2 tasks: the integrated essay combining reading and listening, and writing for an academic discussion, writing a text of at least 100 words on a given topic. Here you need to focus on organizing your thoughts and using linking words effectively. Spend about 30 minutes reviewing the official format. When I first started preparing for TOEFL, I printed out the structure and just stuck it on my wall. This kept me focused and reminded me what to expect. And also, when you have a structure in your mind, like how you should write this essay, really helps you stay at ease and calm and relaxed. Because at least you know how to start your essay. At least you know how to connect paragraphs. You'll figure out the rest during the test. And by the way, we have all the templates in our course. Step number 2, take a full-length practice test on the ETS website. ETS is the company behind the TOEFL test, and take it under timed conditions. This will give you a baseline score and highlight your strengths and weaknesses. Before taking my practice test, I thought I would struggle with speaking. But when I took the practice test, I realized that I struggled the most with reading, because I needed to focus and it was just hard to stay focused for such a long time. But this helped me prioritize reading when I was preparing, and I ended up scoring 30 out of 30 on reading. Step number 3, focus on weak spots, something that I've already mentioned. If you're struggling with reading speed, practice skimming passages and answering questions quickly. Also, analyze question types and strategies for each of them. This really helps get a higher score even though your English level remains the same. If speaking is a challenge, record yourself answering simple questions and listen back to spot areas for improvement. Answer the same questions again and again until they sound perfect. Back when I was preparing, I used to record my responses on my phone and compare them to sample answers. It was a bit cringy at first. I didn't have my channel back then, but it really helped. Pro tip. Focus your energy where it matters. For instance, if you're already strong in reading, don't spend hours there. Instead, give that time to sections where you can make the most progress. Day number 2 is a day of deep practice. Today is all about sharpening your skills and building confidence. Step number 1, reading and listening. Start your day with reading practice. Use TOEFL-style passages and focus on understanding and drilling the question types you struggle with the most. For listening, choose TOEFL lectures on the most difficult topics. It could be astronomy, biology, history, or whatever subjects you find difficult. For example, I struggled with history and anthropology, so very important that when you study those topics, also write some words down if you hear them often. Because topics repeat from test to test, there is actually a set of words for each topic, and we actually offer those vocabulary sets for all of these topics in our course, so feel free to use them. And if you feel like you need to watch more videos before you start preparing, we also have a TOEFL test channel where Anastasia, our teacher, shares more tips and tricks about the TOEFL test, so please feel free to check that channel out as well. I'll link it in the description. There you'll find videos covering various vocabulary topics like zoology, astronomy, and biology, as well as detailed analysis of full reading and listening tests. Do not forget to take notes while listening. Remember I told you, super important. I usually write down a lot, as much as I can, which makes a huge difference during the test because sometimes they ask you for such random details and you're like, why? Why are you asking me for this? But they do that. So the more details you write down, the better the chance you will answer everything correctly. It also allows you to stay focused while listening to lectures or conversations because sometimes our thoughts just start to wander. Step number 2, speaking. Dedicate at least an hour to speaking. Use the timer and practice answering all 4 TOEFL speaking tasks. Structure is key here. Start with a clear introduction. Support all of your ideas with examples. I strongly believe in working from home because first, you can stay with your kids. Second, you don't spend time commuting. Third, you don't waste time talking to your colleagues. This is why I believe working from home is the best. I remember that I was practicing speaking tasks wherever I could. It helped me feel less nervous and more natural. For example, my husband would ask me, Marina, what would you like to do tonight? I would be like, tonight I would like to do this. And here are the 3 reasons for my choice. Reason number 1, we can spend time together. Reason number 2, blah, blah, blah. Also, practicing outside and in day-to-day situations will help you get used to the background noise, which is helpful if you're taking the test at the test center. I've actually filmed a few videos where I shared my speaking tips and walked you through the entire TOEFL speaking sections. In one of them, our teacher Anastasia even scores my performance. If you're struggling with this section, be sure to check those videos out. Step number 3, writing. For the writing section, practice both the integrated and independent tasks. In the integrated task, read a short passage, listen to a lecture, and write a response combining both. For the writing for an academic discussion task, write a short post on a familiar topic. Stick to the 20 and 10-minute limits. When I was preparing, I created a list of linking words I could use to make my essays more cohesive. Pro tip. Templates are a lifesaver. Prepare a framework for your speaking and writing tasks. For example, you can use phrases like professor makes a good point, but I think, or the reading and the lecture are both about. Having these ready will save you time and reduce stress. And again, we provide such templates in our intensive TOEFL course. It breaks down these strategies in detail, helping you maximize every minute of your study time. Find out more and join the course using the link in the description. And day number 3, simulate the test. The final day is about putting together it all and getting in the right mindset. So step number 1, you take a full practice test in the morning. This will help you build stamina and get used to pacing. When I did this, I treated it like the real exam. No breaks, no distractions, so I'd be mentally prepared for the test day. Step number 2, you review mistakes. After the test, go over every mistake you made. Why did you get that reading question wrong? Did you misunderstand the lecture? Instead of rushing to do another test, spend time analyzing your mistakes. This reflective approach improves your skills faster. We explain the strategy in detail in our course. And step number 3, quick fixes. In the afternoon, spend time polishing your weak areas. For instance, if you struggle with specific accents in the listening section, watch videos with similar accents. If your timing was off in writing, practice writing under stricter time limits. And step 4, relax. Take some time to relax. Get a good meal, go for a walk, and go to sleep early. Maybe practice breathing to calm your nerves. Practice something that calms you down. For me, it's imagining that I'm swimming underwater for some reason. A clear mind will help you perform the best. And I have some bonus tips. Analyze your answers. It's not about how many tests you take, but how much you learn from each one. Spend time understanding your mistakes and rephrasing answers. Immerse yourself in English. Surround yourself with English as much as possible. Watch English shows, listen to podcasts, and even think in English. Again, this is not doable in just 3 days, but in case you're watching this and you have some extra days, please utilize this strategy. This constant exposure will make you more comfortable on the test day. Stay positive. Many people fail not because of lack of preparation, but because they just let anxiety take over. Stay calm, trust your preparation, and remember to breathe. A positive mindset can make all the difference. If you're feeling nervous, watch a video where I share my experience of taking the test at home. You'll see it's not as intimidating as it might seem. If you're serious about acing the TOEFL and want expert guidelines, check out our intensive TOEFL course on LinguaTrip. This course is designed to fast-track your preparation, giving you insider tips and strategies and practice materials that really work. I've put everything I know about TOEFL into this course to help you reach your target score. Spots with feedback are limited, so don't wait too long. And that's it. Preparing for the TOEFL test in 3 days is challenging, but is absolutely doable with focus and the right approach. Let me know in the comments if you've taken the test before or if you're gearing up for it now. And as always, keep learning and keep growing. See you in the next video. Bye!